We live. Peace. Happy Friday. Happy Love Day. Friday. Beautiful energy for receiving and giving love. How y'all doing? Come on in. Come on in. I'm going to talk about how seasonal energy clearings can change your whole life. Seasonal energy clearance can change your whole life. And I'm not exaggerating. It really can change like your entire life. For real, for real. So let's talk about it. For real. Let's talk about it. I was first introduced to energy clearings like 8 years ago, and mainly I was really introduced to Reiki. And I had a terrible shoulder pain and knee pain on my right side from a high school injury that it just never really healed properly. And so I was like nursing this pain or whatever. It got better once I got CMOS. Once I started using CMOS, which was like almost 10 years ago, it got better, but I would still, like, the knee pain went away, but I would still get the shoulder pain. So anyway, I'm getting ready for a moon meditation. I believe it was either that or something else was going on at the same place where I used to do my moon meditations. And my sister Saraya, shout out to Sister Saraya. My sister Saraya was like, "Why are you cringing like that?" I said, "Girl, my shoulder hurt." I said, "It hurt every now and then." She said, "Come here for a second." And so I came and we just chit chatting, and she just has her hand over me. And, I know she does Reiki. I don't think at that point I ever indulged in it, but it's not like I didn't believe it or anything. I knew about it, but I just hadn't indulged in it. So anyway, we talking or whatever. I'm talking to a couple other sisters who's there, and she rubbed me on my shoulder. She was like, "Okay, I'm done." I said, "Thank you so much. Thank you so much." So giving thanks that I have friends, sister friends who are amazing and have magical powers. But anyway, like a day later, I noticed I didn't have any shoulder pain. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I did my shoulder. I was like, oh my God. So I hit her up. I was like, oh my God, my shoulder pain is gone. She was like, yeah, you have a real high tolerance for pain because it was a lot of energy in there and da-da-da-da. Can y'all hear me okay? I just wanted to make sure. I should have asked that before I just started on my story. But I was like, yeah, okay, wow. I was like, do you know how long I've been holding on to that pain? Like, that pain has been on my shoulder forever. And so she was like, yeah, and that's how I got introduced to Reiki. Now, what does that have to do with energy clearing? Well, in my logical, natural mind, I was like, hold up. If she can do that with her hands with my shoulder, surely, we can do some work on all of the body. And so I started studying Reiki. That threw me into studying the use of gemstones to break up energy. And I learned that Reiki is basically doing that. And then I started to learn about energy clearance. And that's kind of how I got into energy clearings, right? And so I started first doing them on myself, doing them on my son, doing them just, with clients. I was doing them like, I would clear. I learned how to do energy clearance of my gemstones, because that's really what a lot of people knew me for, was my moon meditations and my gemstones. And so I would clear the gemstone table. I would use the Reiki to clear the gemstone table, and people started to see me doing that. And so they would say, well, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm just clearing the energy or whatever. And they was like, well, one sister was like, well, can you clear my energy? I was like, I'm pretty sure I can. So that was one of the first times I did like what I call now like a basic energy clearing. I use smudge. I did my, I just kind of hovered over, did my form of what I knew to be Reiki. At that time, I hadn't went and got a certification or anything like that. Because when I studied up on it, everyone has the capacity to do it, So anyway, that's kind of how I got started. And then as time went on, I started doing a little bit more complex energy clearings. And so then I began to do, use sound bowl and use cymbals and tambourine and, ocean drums and all of these different, I started using sound. I started using aromas. I would have these oils that I would have people to sniff to get their nervous system. So, I just started to learn how to really utilize everything God has blessed us with. God has blessed us with so much to help us out. Like, if we only knew, we would not have to live such a painful, sad, energyless life. We could really live a vibrant life. And I really give thanks for my life every day. I give thanks for my health and my strength. I give thanks for my vital energy that I know how to keep up. And I give thanks for the will and the discipline to take care of myself. All of those beautiful things. I give thanks. I'm giving thanks at this moment. Like, I give thanks for it. I give thanks for the desire to live a vibrant life. But we have so many things at our access that can support us. So energy clearings is basically that, you're really clearing out the energy. You can do it. I call basic. I have two forms of energy clearance that I offer. I offer the basic energy clearing, and that's when I'm basically using breath work, sage, I'm smudging, some level of meditation, sometimes depending on how spirit moving, some levels of meditation, sound, aroma, and Reiki. So I'm using all of those different things for the basic one. Usually people are sitting in a chair. I'm just telling them to relax. I do my thing. The breath work really helps. That's one of the key things for energy clearance is the breath. And the other things just really help tremendously, and even with the basic clearing, sometimes, okay, you need to relax, brother. Like, calm down. Like, why are you doing the most? Sorry, y'all. I'm sitting in the parking lot and like wonder why people get in accidents. Like, you need to relax. Anyway, so where was I? Because he just really like, so yeah, so I use gemstones sometimes in the basic energy clearance too. I maybe ask, hey, what do you think? What chakra do you think you need to open up? Or what type of things have you been dealing with emotionally or physically or whatever? And I would choose a gemstone for them to hold in their left hand while I do the energy clearing. So that's the basic one. Then I have the full chakra energy clearing where you lay out on the massage table and you land on your back. And so the gemstones are over your chakras. I'm using all of the things I just mentioned, but it's an hour-long session. I'm definitely using a lot of breath, definitely using a lot of sound. So for everybody who gets a full chakra energy clearing, you're gonna get sound like singing bowl, ocean drum, the rainmaker, sometimes tambourine, not all the time, cymbals. You get all of those different things, and it's in the flow of things. And then I also use music therapy, so I have the music playing, and it's a part of the whole clearing. I kind of just listen to spirit on what songs to play or what music to play. And then I have the aroma going. So I may start out with, I always start out with sage. Peace. I always start out with sage, but I might have frankincense going. Just it really depends. I might have some rose, or I might have my temple spray that I'll spray for the aroma. And then I take you through some breath work and some levels of meditation, pretty much some levels of meditation. And yeah, like, it's a vibe. And the reason why seasonal ones can really change your life is because, as we go through seasons, not just literally going through seasons like, summer, fall, winter, spring, but as we go through these seasons, that the physical seasons, our being, our whole being is going through a season, you know. And when you really get in tune with the seasons, you will recognize that. You will know, you will kind of know when your spirit or your emotions kind of begin to go through a certain season. Your falls are potentially very similar every fall. Your spring is very similar every spring if you pay attention. If you really pay attention, you will see that. You will see that in the fall, yeah, I usually be kind of cleansing, purging, you know, I usually am not going out, or that's my time of productivity, or like just look over your life. See when you have made your accomplishments throughout the year. When have you like stepped back and went into kind of hermit mode throughout the year? When have you, like, it doesn't really change. Your body, your being, your entire being has a flow. It goes through its seasons. It goes through its seasons. And this is a big reason why these lifelong commitments, I'm gonna just put it like that, these lifelong commitments, or, you know, super attached relationships have problems, because we all go through our seasons. We're all changing and unfolding constantly. And so if you're with someone romantically or as a friendship, partnership, business, whatever, who don't have that as like just a natural understanding, then you will probably have issues, because you're changing, they're changing. And so, you know, anyway, I digress. That's a whole nother talk in itself. And I'm going to talk about it one day. I'm going to talk about it because it be problems, you know. People be, she ain't who I thought she was, and I hope not. You met her 15 years ago. Like, you met him 25 years ago. Like, are y'all serious right now? Like, anyway. So, as you go through your seasons, you're gonna pick up residue sometimes. Energetic residue is what I call it sometimes. You may end up picking up some attachments. You know, you may end up dealing with some disappointments, or, you know, we're always stimulated in some way, shape, or form, and many times overly stimulated in the dynamics of life. And when that happens, when we go through these things in life, our chakras are impacted. Our energy centers are impacted. And the main ones is two ones that definitely are impacted a lot. And I see so many who have blockages in these areas. Is the heart and the sacral chakra. The heart and the sacral chakra. Two of the main chakras that I oftentimes see is the heart and the sacral chakra. The next one after that is the throat chakra. People are afraid to express themselves, or people overly express themselves because they feel insecure. They feel like people are not understanding them. People are not listening to them. People are not allowing them to be them. I'm not allowed to be myself. People are hiding who they are from themselves, from their people. They're hiding who they are because they're afraid to be who they are. Hold on one second. And when you're afraid, how's my sound, y'all? I gotta be checking, because when my phone go off, it be having problems. But people are afraid to be themselves, and a lot of people think throat chakra is just about the voice or verbally communicating or things like that. But no, throat chakra has something to do with excellent. Throat chakra has something to do with, are you able to express who you truly are? Are you able to be who you truly are? Are you able to obey what spirit is telling you, what your intuition, what your gut, what your heart is telling you should be doing with your life, or you should be doing in this situation, or you should be doing about whatever? Are you able to do that? And when you go through life and you feel like you are trapped in this life that doesn't allow you to truly be you, your throat chakra can get blocked. Not only your throat chakra, but your heart chakra, because you experience frustration, you experience fear, you experience all these different type of things that's impacting the heart. And then you start to do things like trying to control life. You try to control people, you try to change people, you try to change life, and you're not grateful, and you're not satisfied, and all these type of things. So your heart chakra starts to be impacted, your solar plexus, your personal power, your confidence, all that stuff start to be impacted. It wreaks havoc. It wreaks havoc. All of this from not being able to express myself? Yes. All of this for not being able to be creative? Yes. Sacral chakra. A lot of people have blocked sacral chakra. One, not enough people are having righteous, pure sex often. I mean, I'm gonna just put it out there. We got a lot of individuals who are not in healthy, whole relationships. So number one, your sensuality and sexuality is not being exercised. That's number one. It's not top. I'm not putting it as priority, but definitely that is a lot of that. And then you have a lot of individuals who are not able to exercise their creativity. Our next level of sensuality and kundalini energy, sexuality, whatever we want to call it, is being able to exercise our creative energies. If you're at a job, you're probably not exercising your creative energy. If you're in these confound relationships or friendships, you're not able to express your creativity. You know, it's so many reasons why we're not able to express our creativity. And not creativity like drawing a picture or painting either. That's not all I'm talking about. Creative energy, able to create, able to produce those things that are in your heart as visions and dreams, able to manifest, all of those different things. That got something to do with sacral chakra. And that's the piece, sis, and that's why the sacral chakra can get blocked. The sacral chakra also governs the emotions. So a lot of us are not processing or reconciling with our emotions. And so we hold these energies in our chakras. We hold that sadness. We hold that anger. We hold that resentment. We hold that, all of that. I'm preaching today. Am I preaching today? I think I am preaching today. Lord, I just ate, so I got a lot of energy. So I think I went into preaching mode. I ain't mean to preach. I did not get on here to preach. Lord have mercy. I don't think I ever get on to preach, but it happened. I pray y'all picking up what I'm putting down then. I pray y'all picking up what I'm putting down. So, look. All of those emotions, that sadness, the fear, the anger, the disappointment, all of those different things. And a lot of that be towards ourselves, but also towards others. Because we also low-key like to be stuck in victim mode, because we rather blame versus take accountability. So many of us don't want to take accountability for those things that's happened in our lives, so we go into blame mode. Hey, I was just thinking about you the other day. And mama, hello, tell mama I said hey. So we're holding on to now, okay, when we blame, we still feel a level of disappointment. And we hold on to that. If we're not processing that, if we're not processing it, then it's doing something. And guess what it's doing? Just like if you eat something that is not good for you, or that's fattening, and it does not process and release out the body, then it stores as fat. And so that energy that you're not processing, because feelings are meant to be messengers, not roommates. They didn't come to reside in your heart, in your soul, and they didn't come for that. They came to give you a message, let you know something, and then be released. But we don't release those things. So it stores in your sacral chakra. It stores in your heart chakra. People start to deal with intestinal issues, constipation. If you're dealing with constipation, you're not letting go of something, literally. You literally full of it. I don't mean to laugh at you, but I mean, you are literally full of it. You need to clean out. You need to go on an elimination diet. You need to eliminate the foods that you don't need to be eating or whatever, and you need to eliminate those emotions. Eliminate it. We are not to hold on to stuff like that. Who are we to think we should be holding on to things? Life, this stuff, the dynamics of life, it comes and go. We're not to hold on. We get so full of ourselves in so many different ways that we hold on to these things, and it stores in our chakras, and it starts to wreak havoc energetically, emotionally, and then lastly, physically. If you start to have physical pain, physical ailments, then your body is screaming to you. Let go of that anger. People don't really, I've had it where someone is telling me about an ailment they're having, some kind of whatever, dis-ease, discomfort, whatever it may be that they're having. And the first thing I ask is, I'm thinking about the metaphysical reason why you even dealing with it, the root. I'm looking at the root. I ain't just trying to figure out how to alleviate your symptoms. We can do that, okay? We can do that. Some simple ways that we can alleviate symptoms. But I'm immediately want to see, well, what's the root of it? So if you tell me something that's going on that's in the digestive system down where the sacral chakra is, or if you tell me something that's down with, up where the heart is or whatever, I'm going to ask you questions that's associated to those chakras. Well, what you holding on to, sis? What are you angry about? What do you mean? What am I angry about? What you mean? How does eczema have to do with? I said, well, skin conditions has something to do with you dealing with the level of anger or irritation, dissatisfaction, discomfort, unsettled. That's what you start to get rashes. You start to get skin problems because that's what's the metaphysical. Oh, and skin is also crown chakra. Skin is also crown chakra. Who you got in your head? Who do you have, sitting on your crown like that? You got to fix your crown. Let's fix your crown chakra. So essentially, the reason why getting seasonal energy clearance can change your whole life is because when you clear out all of that energy, it begins to heal you. You begin to think differently. You begin to perceive differently. And the perception is huge. How you perceive life is huge. Because how you perceive life is going to be like a domino effect in what you're experiencing in life. You begin to have different experiences. You begin to attract differently. If you're attracting a lot of hellish situation, a lot of hellish people, a lot of hellish things, you may need an energy clearing. If you can't seem to settle your mind has taken over you, you don't have governance over your mind, then you may need an energy clearing. If you can't seem to stop worrying, you're just so anxious, if you're having anxiety attacks, you may need an energy clearing. Let's go to physical. If you can't seem to get your digestion together, if you keep having urinary tract infections, if you keep having any kind of urinary infections, if you're keep having some kind of throat issues, if you can't seem to get your sinuses together, you may need to get an energy clearing. Queen, you saying energy clearing would do all? Yes, I am saying that. Yes, I am saying that. Now, it's just like any other thing that God has blessed us with to be able to heal us. We have to also be a partner in healing in the process. So when you come to get your energy clearing, please try to just give yourself a day where you're not doing anything. Please don't try your best not to come and get a full chakra energy clearing, then go to work. Try not to get a full chakra energy clearing, then go deal with a situation that's stressful. Try to give yourself, love on yourself. Give yourself a day. Take the daggone day off. Say no. Clear out your day. Give yourself a day just to clear yourself. And when you do this seasonally, you open up the portals, you give yourself space so that as you go into a new season, you're going into it open, clear-minded, lighthearted, with the pure spirit, with the open mind, all of those different things. And so your seasons become more fruitful, more light. You begin to go into what I call the universal flow of abundance. And your life will change because as your seasons change, you go and your winter season has changed. Your spring season has changed. All of this, your life is changing. Your whole life is changing. You got to do it season at a time. Season at a time. Now, winter is good for hermit mode. It's good for you to be just like everything around you. You want to know what God wants you to be doing? Pay attention to what's going on around you in nature. I ain't talking about with all these avatars walking around. I'm saying, pay attention to what's happening in nature. What the animals are doing, what the plants are doing, what the ground is doing, what's happening cosmically, what's happening in the cosmos. Then you can know what you should be doing. And that's going to get you in the universal current of abundance, which means you're going to be able to have a level of support from the universe, if you will, from the energy, the all of ever-present energy, you're going to have the support of that. So it's going to be a flow. You're not going to be climbing uphill, paddling uphill, upstream. You're going to be with a flow. And that's why it's good to get the energy clearing and then be aware of the seasons and what's happening cosmically, and what's not to be dogmatic in your movements and in your spiritual practice, not for that, but to be a natural flowing being, to be a being that can experience a level of flow and and not just survive but thrive. It's not for rules and it's wintertime, so you should be doing this and you should be doing that. No. It's like, if you want to be in a flow, pay attention to the flow. You don't have to, but if you desire to be in that flow, you got to pay a little bit of attention. You got to pay a little bit of attention. Just a little bit. Be a little bit more intentional. Stop trying to force life. Stop thinking so much of yourself when you feel like you have all the answers. Pay attention. Be led. Be guided. Be aware, so that you're not being tricked by that very charismatic ego of yours and mine and ours to believe that you have to have all the answers. You have to do everything. You got to figure it out. You don't have to do nothing but get yourself in a space where you can be heart-centered, be intuitively led and guided. You can listen to spirit. You can pay attention to what the signs and the symbols and everything always all around us. And then when you go with that guidance and you're obedient, sometimes even through your fear, you push through, you do what the spirit is telling you to do, you will notice that, man, if I just pay attention, not just listen to spirit, I can just flow with life. It's scary. Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it's like, this can't be that easy. Somebody convinced me it gotta be harder than this. It can't be this easy. It is. But after a while, you'll get used to that flow. It's the same way and when I learned how to swim. I never forget when the instructor told us we're going to be doing the brick grabs. That's where he dropped the brick all the way at the bottom of, I think, 13 feet. Whatever the highest feet was in the YMCA back in the day. 13 or 15. And I was terrified. Oh my God, we're going to have to go down to the bottom of this pool and get this brick. I'm just so terrified. But after a while, once I start trusting the guidance, trusting the instruction, trusting the lessons that I was learning as we was going to swim class every day for, that many weeks, however many weeks during that boot camp, it began to be easier. I began to learn how to do it my way. What worked for me. I began to see how it flowed. Even with learning how to float, learning how to swim in the ocean, learning how to do all those different things. You just flow with it. You will learn. It'll stop being so scary. It'll stop being so hard. But truly, when we clear out those energy centers, it is real. It is very real. I'm grateful because I have gotten to a place where it has become easy for me to do it in meditation, do it in different things. And I teach, in the meditation, most meditations, I'm helping everybody clear their energy. Most meditations that I do, I may not blatantly say it, you may not know it, but that's my intention, to help open your portals, clear your energy, lighten your heart so that we can get through this meditation and come out on the divine side. That's my whole intention in doing the meditation. On my Sunday meditations, which are free, by the way, 1 p.m. every Sunday. Don't come to me talking about, I don't know how to meditate. I don't know how. It's a meditation every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern time, period. And we do meditation every Sunday. So if you want to deepen your practice and learn more how to meditate, you can participate in that. But you can clear your energy centers in meditation. You can do it with breath work. You can do it with gemstones, of course. You can do it with eating. You can do it with color therapy, wearing different colors. All those different ways you can keep your energy centers clear. So enough. I think that's enough. I need to go ahead and go because I'm on the north side and I'm trying to get to the south side and I'm not trying to get stuck in no traffic. So let me head on out. But book your energy clearance. I got a few slots for this month. A few, not too many, because we already, I can't even believe we almost at the end of the month at this point. Book your energy clearing. You have a choice between the basic energy clearing or the full chakra energy clearing. I do in person, and if you're not in the Atlanta area, guess what? I do it virtually. And the virtual energy clearings work just as what is still dynamic. I mean, of course, you being here on the table, I'm doing the Reiki, all those different things, it's going to have a different impact, but those virtual energy clearings are powerful as well, so don't slip. So all of those are all available. They are all offered by OU Ministries. I am the one who conduct them currently, and so get your energy clearance, y'all, so y'all won't be taking no stale energy into these new seasons. Come on now. Don't do that. You know, we wonder why we keep experiencing the same things over and over and over and over and over. Yeah. We keep attracting the same people over and over and over again. We keep dealing with the same lesson over and over and over again. Well, I mean, you got to try something new. Okay? So every time you clear your chakras, it's like new energy, new me. Okay? That's how it is when you clear your chakras. All right? So, anywho, happy Friday. I pray that you are experiencing a level of receiving or giving love, right? Let me see. Y'all was talking to me. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me acknowledge your comments before I go. I'm sorry. You know, I be channeling. I be in the flow. The boys. Oh, wait a minute. The boys ready for another teen night. Oh, girl, y'all put me to work. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. Since I didn't mean preach as in be condescending, I meant you speaking on things. Oh yeah, I know, sis. I just be like a little conscious about preaching because, you know, honey, I come from preachers and, you know, I could go into preach mode real fast. You know, we want to be preaching to people. Just a few minutes ago, I was dancing and practicing slow dancing, rolling all over my floor. This helped me to practice eroticism, and it helps to cleanse my sacral. Yes, especially the winding. Especially the winding. I definitely do what many are calling now. I heard this word. I don't know if they've been calling this, but isolation. I'm like, do your isolations every day, ladies. I'm like, when did they come up with this word? And when did they start using that? We say, wind the girl. What? But that's definitely helpful. Definitely helpful. Oh, Lord. Does the clearing need to happen in person or do you? Oh, I answered that. Okay, I come from preachers too, sis. Yes, thank you. I'm Jamaican, so we've been winding. Okay, from the womb. Okay, they say isolate. Make sure you do your isolations today, ladies. I mean, I ain't hating on it. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. But you know, I learned about how winding basically is good for the sacral chakra when I read Sacred Woman by Queen Afua, and she was doing the womb dances, a lot of winding, okay, to Ashley, girl, it's more like Becky. Do your isolation, ladies. Not Ashley, I like that, to Ashley. But anyway, yeah, Queen Afua does her womb dances, has a lot of winding in it. Even a lot of African dances, you know, are very sacral chakra healing, you know, when you do the winding. But winding in general, definitely sisters and brothers. I mean, let's be clear. It's very good for both sisters and brothers to do the winding movement, you know, clockwise and counterclockwise, both, you know, for that sacral chakra, that sacrum, for real. And that sacral chakra is a beast because a lot of people dealing with it. A lot of people, it started to have that pain, that sciatica pain, the back pain, the lower back pain. A lot of people have lower back pain. And that is definitely sacral chakra blockage. And a lot of it comes from money issues. stressing about resources. So the root chakra and the sacral chakra got some problems. It's got some blockages. And, you know, your money not going to flow until you open up those portals. Like, really, for real. Money is a current. That's all it is. It's a currency. It's a currency. And your energy is a current. It's a currency. It's a part of the currency. And so you got to open those energy centers up. All right, peace and love. I hope this was helpful. You can book at the link in bio. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you can book at the link in the caption. Yeah, check out all the other services as well at oyounministries.com, because readings are really good, seasonal readings. And of course, the coaching is available as well to help you throughout those seasons, get you a plan together, all those different type of things. So, hey, you know, take advantage of the offerings. Peace and love, y'all.